Right, you guys, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Mike's, okay? Make sure. If you don't subscribe to Mike, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline.
I'm with the guy Max inside. Subscribe to him. Make sure you do still. Best content coming out. You know how it is.
Hello, welcome back to another video, fuck's sake. Another live, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. And yeah, welcome back to the GVO show, people. And season 2, episode 12, another Monday night. And it's probably the first, was it the first time this season? It actually is the first time this season where both of me and Alfie's teams have won. Because the last time West Ham United won a game was Arsenal's only loss this season against Liverpool. And even then, in general, before then, God knows when it was in the league. I think it was probably was the last game of the season last season because we won against Ipswich last season. I'm sure Arsenal won their game. I think he beat Southampton. So, something like that. But big up to Jay for the raid as well. Hashtag forehead. Thanks, Hyper. Thanks. As always. Nice as always, Hyper. Thank you very much. Hi, Mikey and Co. Uncle Jay Ruckus sends his greetings. I wonder if Mike streams in IMAX.
Jesus.
If anyone comes up with the most creative forehead jokes, is Hyper. I'm glad if everyone's laid off my hairline because my hairline is perfectly fine. My forehead is fucked up, so I understand the jokes for that. Because listen, you could fit 2 humans probably in there, but at the same time, the hairline's one of my biggest strengths. Anyone else remember when Mike's made a cameo appearance in Coneheads? Thanks.
Oh my God, Coneheads as well. Jesus Christ.
I'm getting cooked. I wonder if Nassef discovered Mike's forehead yet. Fuck's sake, man. I know you're going to be late, Raid. Yeah, brilliant. Big up, Elijah. Where's this Singapore Donna? I don't know. Why do you always run the Singapore shit, Jason? And I do not know. But I'm going to get every part, I think I get more guesses about that part of Asia where I'm from, rather than the actual part of Asia where I'm from. So it is what it is. I guess I was born in the wrong family, or maybe I'm just adopted. You never know. But listen, it's a positive weekend because both our teams won. Yay! We don't really even talk about West Ham that much on this fucking show anyway. But Alfie, how you been, man? How you been?
Yeah, of course, man. It's like you said, it has been a while since both of our teams have actually won and on the same weekend. And it's the first time in a while where we're actually going into the GVO show with both of our teams winning. So it's nice to. It's a nice feeling to have, both of our teams winning at the weekend. But listen, we're back again for another episode. Here to talk a bag of shit as always. You know it always goes left when it comes to this channel, comes to this show. Like me and Mike's, we're like a dynamic duo, and it's unpredictable of what's going to happen on these shows. But strap yourselves in and get ready for the ride, man.
Can we address the elephant in the room? What is the elephant in the room?
Oh, is that me? Am I the elephant?
Hey, Charlie, let us know. Let us know what the elephant in the room is. I generally don't know. Not even trolling on my family's lives. What's the elephant? What is the elephant in the room? Oh, Kai Havertz is so good. But I thought it was something. I thought it was something serious, But I don't think Alfie agrees with that.
Maybe clear in terms of height, but in terms of football ability, Gyökeres is clear.
Yeah, I would still probably rather have Gyökeres up front than Havertz, if I'm being completely honest with you, Charlie. But I haven't really watched much of Arsenal this season, if I'm being so real. I think the only times I've watched Arsenal this season is against City. Yeah, West Ham. Shit, fuck. I forgot what you. I'm glad I forgot you guys played us. Against us, City, and Atleti. I think those are the only times I've watched. I'm Man United. So those are the only times I've actually watched Arsenal this season. Gyökeres has no footballing ability, not even top 10 strikers in the league. Well, speaking of Gyökeres anyway, just in general, Burnley, it's not the Turf Moor of the old, but you kept a clean sheet at Turf Moor. Another clean sheet, another set-piece goal, an open play goal as well.
Yeah.
Declan Rice, box crashing, Gyökeres scoring from a set-piece. How was that game for you? And the win overall?
It was good to continue the form that we've had. Obviously, we've continued off the fact that we haven't lost since losing to Liverpool at Anfield. You know, we've had some decent results, but the performances haven't really matched up. But overall, I felt we played okay against Burnley. Obviously, Gyökeres getting the goal had to be taken off at half time. Apparently, he had a muscle injury, isn't going to be available for the game against Slavia Prague tomorrow. But it is what it is. I'm sure we should put them aside anyway. You know, it's Slavia Prague. It's not exactly like we're coming up against Barcelona. Like, do you know what I mean? So I feel like we can get away with the fact that we ain't gonna have an out and out number 9 up front. Gonna have to sit there and watch Mikel Merino like running about like a spaz, but is what it is. But overall, I was happy with the way that we won. Probably could have got a few more goals, but at the end of the day, beggars can't be choosers. And right now we're sitting 6 points clear, and we've got one more game until the next international break. So it'd be nice to go into that international break with a decent points gap.
So, like, was the general performance still convincing then? Because what I heard from North side was that you performed really well in the first half, and in the second half you didn't really need to do much.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Northside in that. I think we did most of the hard work in the first half. Felt like that Burnley couldn't really close us down. We shut them down completely. I don't really think they had many chances on goal, and I think it was just a case of us taking our foot off the gas in the second half. It looked as if the win was already secured. Didn't really need to push too hard, but managed to come away with 3 points. So win-win.
Yeah, do you know what it is? It's like at this point, it's just carrying on what you're doing. It's just you got to carry on what you do. It's like you're not conceding much at all. You're defending really well. Yeah, they're actually defending better than usual. Funny enough, but then again, I feel like you guys always start quite well. But given the fact that your title challengers are doing quite poorly overall, even though City won this weekend, I think they found the formula now of how to really get the balance of their squad, playing quite narrow, etc. Liverpool won on the weekend, but Villa always lose to Liverpool. Most teams lose at Anfield, but Liverpool were doing absolutely like terrible lately, and Villa just couldn't be able to capitalize. So, given the context of everything, you should be happy with where you are, right? Like with what you're doing, considering who you're competing with are underperforming overall.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm happy with the position that we're in. Obviously, it's always nice to be sat top of the league, 6 points clear. But at the same time, there hasn't necessarily been that much pressure on us, and it will be interesting to see how we handle being under that pressure. Obviously, like you said, City seems to have found a formula. Liverpool are back to winning ways. Whether that win against Villa was a fluke, or whether they're actually going to kick on and start winning games again, that will remain to be seen. But it's all going to come down to whether we can handle the pressure once those our quote unquote rivals do start picking up results. Whether we're going to allow the pressure to G us up, or whether we're going to buckle under it. That's what ultimately what I'm waiting for. I don't want to get too complacent and say that we've won the league already. I mean, we've only just got into November. There's still a long way to go, but we're in a good position right now, and hopefully we stay there.
Haaland, Isak, Ekitike, Mateta, Pedro, Sesko, Wood, Waterman, Delap, Havertz, Marino, Thiago, Bowen as a striker. They're all clear. So let's dissect this from your perspective and what you've seen of Gyökeres. I know you haven't actually, even though you like him, you've wanted more from him. I know you've wanted more from him. You called him a delivery driver, I think. Was it? It was delivery driver,
Yeah,
right?
it was a delivery driver on strike.
Okay, yeah, delivery driver on strike. So he scored recently. I don't know how his performances have been, but who would you agree with in this list, and who would you not agree with? Like just in general.
I'd say in general, I'd probably say Haaland definitely. Isak, once he's on form and once he's like firing goals and firing on all cylinders, I'd say he's there. Mateta as well, dangerous striker. Sesko, I wouldn't say. I think Voltemada's too soon to tell. Delap, again, it's a case of yes, he's got his big move, hasn't really played much due to injury, but I'm sure we'll have a better understanding of what he's like as a striker when he's fully fit. Havertz and Marino aren't strikers. Bowen, isn't a striker. Chris Wood, tough to tell right now with that Forest team. João Pedro did okay at Brighton. Whether he can make the step up at Chelsea, time will tell. But I definitely say at the moment, Haaland, Isak, and Mateta are definitely like top 5 strikers in this league.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, so far from what I've seen, I feel like I usually take time to judge all of this kind of stuff, but I'd say Haaland, Isak. So far, I'd say Ekitike shown more. Mateta has shown more. Just in general. And to be honest, I didn't rate Mateta before Glasner, like many people. Nobody rated Mateta before Glasner. If they're saying they did, they're lying, because I've seen a lot of like talk about Mateta being the worst striker in the league before Glasner came. I've always said Gyökeres better than Sesko, in my opinion. As a night with João Pedro, I think it's quite even. Chris Wood on his day, again, hard to say now, but Chris Wood is very experienced. I think as a night he gets into better positions. Waterman, I feel like I've seen more. Delap, I would like to see what he's like more in a Chelsea shirt. I rate him overall, but it's different pressure from Ipswich. Havertz, I disagree. Marino, I disagree. Igor Thiago, he's shown more overall for his team, but it's different pressure. And Bowen as a striker, to be fair, Bowen as a striker is not terrible, but like, and like Bowen and Gyökeres get in the same position, so like. Because Gyökeres always goes down the fucking left channel. Every time I see him running, it's always down the wing. It's always down inside channel. It's like, you're such a like 2 up front type of guy. Imagine the Arsenal fans doing the 6-7 meme. I still don't fucking understand the meme.
Neither do I.
I think it comes from some rapper, yeah. But I don't know why. Like, usually when I see a meme, I understand why it catches on. I don't understand why it caught on this much. Like when Antonio did it in the fucking FA Cup draw, I didn't understand what was going on. Because every time I hear 6-7, I think LD, Dimsey. Like, I think of the old drill days. I don't think of this meme, whatever it is. I'll be real. Big up everyone, slap the likes up and subscribe. Big up Ravi every single time. Make sure to smash the likes and subscribe. If you're not subscribed to Alfie as well, his link is in the title as well, people. Big up to Boris. It seems City is finally getting their engine going. I can see Arsenal bottom in the league in a 1-horse race. Like they did first and second, like they were in the title challenge. Hey, do you know what it is? I think City's found a good formula. The problem is Pep tweaks it all the time, but the way they played against Bournemouth, they played through the middle quite a lot, got all their technical players close together, and Cherki instantly looks like he's trying his best to settle into the league as quick as possible. I don't think everyone should get too ahead of themselves, but Cherki always looked like a good player. I just wants to see more of him. But I think the difference is Haaland needed someone that's always going to find him in behind. And that's what obviously you're going to have to replace when De Bruyne leaves. And Cherki is that guy. Foden played well as well. Everyone played well. Like Nico Riley played well. Mateus Nunes played well. Nico Gonzalez played well. All of the players played well. They just played really well together. Alfie better be happy or not miserable, son. Alfie's been patient. He's happy with what's going on. But as he said, he's just being like, you're not going to get carried away with it. Because I feel like you've seen it too many times.
Because I've been there before. I've gotten way too carried away, way too early, and I've ultimately paid the price for it. Because it's always a case of like saying, oh yeah, we're going to go and win the league. And then 5-6 months down the line, I've got people in my chat. I've got people messaging me going, "Way, I thought you were going to win the league, bottle jobs." Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, just trying to stay calm. Only when we get to like February, March, April, if we're still in the same position we're in now and there's a decent points gap, then I might start getting a bit more, you know.
Yeah, because I was on Capital Conflict earlier with Lewis and Northside and Jay, and Northside was like, unless we're last game of the season, I'm not a guest. And then Lewis was like, you didn't even like fall for the gimmick in the first few seasons. He was like, no. It's like most like the Arsenal fans on this side of the coin, like yourself, etc. Like, I'm gonna stay a bit patient. Because he's even like, if March, April, May, I just won't believe it until we have the trophy in our hand, sort of thing. That's what his kind of perspective is, which I do get. Especially if like, I feel like the older you get, the more you like that. I feel like I've aged 20 years watching West Ham, for example, whereas like I know what to expect from football now.
It's very similar. It's very similar to when you're hearing that you're about to sign a player, and it's like a player that's been talked about massively, and I've said it a couple of times, like when we were talking about the Gyökeres potentially signing for Arsenal. I was like, I won't believe it until I see him holding up the shirt or wearing the shirt. It's very similar to that. You won't really believe that Arsenal are going to win the league until they're holding the trophy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Like she's booking a hotel in That's Brazy in the ghetto low. Yeah, exactly, bro. I saw that tweet today. A guy that was not from England saying my mutuals is Beckton a safe place to live in. It's just like or safe place to stay. It's like the hotels must be expensive everywhere else. If like you've put it to thing and it's like, oh, where's Beckton? Let me ask Twitter. It's bro, don't stay in. Why would you come to England to stay in Newham? Are you like obviously they don't know in it, but when I put that TikTok out, people had the audacity to be in my comments, be like, Beckton's not that bad. Okay, man. All right, say less, man. Say less. Big up Mike's curse. I do think West Ham still get relegated despite your win yesterday. However, if you somehow survive at the end of the season, when I come back, I'm going to cook you. And this is because I cursed the team. But if I curse the team in a good way, then Mike's curse lives on. To be fair, even though Warrior will bring up the Bournemouth free kick when I first did a watch along, I don't really curse West Ham that much. Like, because I predict a loss every game, so I don't know whether it counts. I mainly curse other teams. To be fair, for the Carabao Cup results, I actually got 3 out of 4 correct. I said Tottenham would go through against Newcastle. But I predicted everyone else to go through. So, I'm not doing too bad right now. I'm not doing too bad. Like, when it comes to predictions at this current moment in time, I'm not doing terrible in terms of individual games. Because I tried to, when I was on the train there to Stratford, I was deluding myself into thinking, you know what, maybe today's the day where West Ham win a home game. And then I snapped out of it like 2 seconds later, like, nah. And then we actually did. So I'm going to give a little bit of credit to myself.
At the right time.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't expect to win because then we would have lost. Did that becoming an English version of Joe Linton thinking it's MMA and not football? Yeah, that Wolves red card, for example, like when he got red card against Wolves, Maresca even said it himself, it was so avoidable. And it's like he always wants to prove himself, sort of thing. Maresca said he likes to play the game for himself, and not in a rude way, but it's like from an individual battle points of view. It's like he wants to make a name for himself all the time, and it's like he gets too excited. Big up Alfie and Mike. You both done better than me in FPL, to be fair. Fair enough. This is my worst year in FPL, probably. Well, not even worst year. This is the year I haven't taken it as serious as I used to, because I keep forgetting this time, and I don't ever forget. But I've just gone as mainstream as possible this year. Pardon me. I'd rather have Mateta over Isak at this moment, based on this season, yeah. But that's because Isak's selling into Liverpool as well. So I completely understand that. I think overall, though, I'd still rather have Isak because I need to see what Mateta's like when he's not in a fucking 3-4-2-1 system in the Premier League. Glasner doing to Mateta what Frank done to Tony Watkins and Wimmer. We say, yep, facts. I think just getting the best of what he has, but also helping the striker. I think you should always build around the striker because that's or build around the goals in your team because if they're your goal scorer, they tend to be your most effective player. You should always try and play to them. So, yeah. We would take any of them over our strikers at Spurs at the moment. Yeah, fair. The 6-7B was just from some retarded American kid in the high school saying, yeah, it catched on. Yeah, I think I saw it was from a song. Pep City is becoming what he said Tottenham was under Kane. Pep City has become Haaland FC like he said Spurs was Kane FC. And yeah, to be fair, the second top goal scorer right now for Manchester City is Esteve own goal for Burnley, where Esteve scored 2 own goals for Burnley against Man City. So Haaland's doing everything at the moment. He's doing everything. West Ham and Arsenal won in the same week. Do you remember the last time that happened? It was the last game of last season, AJ. So that was the last time West Ham and Arsenal both won in the same week because our only other win this season is when Arsenal lost to Liverpool. We beat Nottingham Forest that day. So Nuno gets his first
Forest manager.
Yep, facts. Let's just remember I said Gyökeres would flop in the Premier League, scored a hat-trick against City and Champs. I'm not just calling him a trust because he plays for Arsenal. Yeah, I remember the day, to be fair, because I was watching another game and I think Man City were getting battered by Sporting and Charlie was like, I don't like this Gyökeres guy's had a stinker. Because he actually did have a few stinkers. Like, I think he missed a pen. He missed a few sitters as well. He made some bozo moments. But he still scored the hat-trick on the day. I remember Charlie saying that he don't rate him. And to me, I watched him more at commentary than I did Sporting, because I don't watch Portuguese league much. I only really watch Sporting if they play like an English team in the Prem.
Yeah.
And in commentary, he played under Mark Robbins, who used to play like a 3-4-1-2, and Gyökeres were playing left striker all the time. I can't remember who he was playing with. I don't think it wasn't Hadji Wright at the time. That was before. I think Hadji Wright might have been Gyökeres' replacement, but yeah, he loved the left channel a lot. Loved the left channel a lot. Last time West Ham United won a game, I was in Africa, so fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you was on holiday, just chilling. You definitely deserved to win yesterday, Mike. It's a good game. It was a very good performance. It was a very good performance. Like for once, it's very rare, Alfie, that I get to watch a game and I'm like, most players played well, and we actually got a result from the performance. Like usually, it's like half of it play well.
I did see the comments you made on Souček as well. Obviously the fact because he came off the bench, didn't he?
Yeah.
Came off the bench and got a goal. I think he's getting to that point in his career where those 15-20 minute spells in games are where he's most effective.
Yeah. I think he's always been, not always been, but like without Declan Rice holding his hand, he's always been that kind of player.
Yeah.
Declan Rice basically gave this guy a career. I'll be so honest. The ability to leave Rice that free and run into the box, it's because Rice can handle all the dirty work. And even though Souček deserved to get Player of the Year, Hammer of the Year, whatever, that in that season, that could have gone to like Declan Rice. It could have gone to Cresswell. It could have gone to Soufal that season.
But was that the season you won the Conference League?
No, it was the season we came 6th.
Oh,
so it was the
2021
before. Yeah, the Lingard season. So even because
Spurs.
yeah, because Bowen was just creeping in.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't the same Jared Bowen. He was still settling in. Antonio was playing well when playing, but he was too injury prone because he never used to like go by the footballer diet, which is why he used to get injuries all the time because of where he came from. So he only adjusted to that the next year. So he kept getting injured. Balbuena, Diop, Ogbonna, they played well. Ogbonna definitely played well. Balbuena and Diop were just okay, and Dawson was just settling in. Our centre backs were actually the biggest problem, despite how good we were defensively. Fabianski had a really good season as well that season, but like Rice, Souček, Cresswell, and Soufal had really good seasons. But I think without Declan Rice, for example, we've seen what Thomas Souček actually is. Yeah, and we've seen he's a player that's good in moments and not good for a whole 90 minutes. He's a player that, don't get me wrong, his application is superb. He throws his face in front of everything, which is what you need at the back end of games. But you don't need that all the time. But what I mean, you don't need that all the time is you don't need someone that's going to risk his footballing ability to just flop around sort of thing. And that's what he is. He's not the greatest player on the ball. So I think coming on from as a sub, even if it's to see out a game as an extra body or to get a goal, that's what he's best at for me. And that's what I've been saying since Moyes' last season. Won't lie, Mike, you might have been right about Moyes. I wouldn't be surprised if he does the last 2 games. But the reason why I was right about him is because I watched him on my club, Villa fan. And the thing is, he doesn't even need to be anything special. But everyone's saying Everton that was going to get Europe. Everton, like Moyes teams lose grip very easily when they go 1-0 up. They either sit back or they just don't have the energy to go back and make the game 2-0. The problem with Everton's squad right now, they have no one running in behind on the wings. So a lot of them are the same type of players. Grealish, Ndiaye, Dewsbury Hall, etc. Instead of bringing on Tyler Dibbling, he brought on Dwight McNeil when Ndiaye got injured. And as much as Ndiaye's playing okay on the right, and he scored a great goal today, he's better in the centre and on the left. Which is why everyone that thought Moyes was going to play Ndiaye in the centre, Grealish on the left, Dibbling on the right, and Dewsbury Hall just in behind with like Garner Gay or James Garner, they were wrong because Moyes doesn't play all his creative players together. And you can't just play that narrow and not have a right back either. And the Everton board should have got a right back, but he's been playing Jacob Brown there. I don't know if Patterson's fit or not, but Jacob Brown is the centre back. Michael Keane is not that good. He hasn't been as bad as he usually is in the previous years, but he's still a bozo. Tarkowski's declining as well, which is why Everton are where they are. And they're just drawing a lot of games because structurally they're not bad, but it's nothing special. And they were never going to get Europe. And Moyes won't get the criticism because a lot of people hang on to the nostalgic feeling of the type of managers that Moyes is and Deitch is, they will never get any criticism because they like these type of gritty managers. But I'll be real. I'm not surprised at what's happened with Everton. I'm personally not. I've watched David Moyes games. I know what he's like as a manager. I don't think they'll get relegated. I don't think they'll do anything dumb. I don't think there'll be anything special. I think they'll be mid-table. I wouldn't be surprised if they finish 10th, but they're just not going to get Europe. But I think 10th to 14th will be around the places where they finish this season. Man said I never forget, and I keep forgetting in the same sentence. Was that me or Alfie? It's probably me, but I want to know who said that. No, knowing me, that was probably me. Potts is English in the Est. Big up Freddie Potts, bro. Big up Freddie Potts. The king,
heard he had a good game against Newcastle, to be fair.
Yeah, he was probably man of the match for me, you know. I'll be real, like to have your first Premier League start against Tonali and Gimaresh and do what you did there as the 6. It's what we've been missing in the 6, not just since Rice, but just in general. Like, even when we had Declan Rice, we were missing another player like him, or just another player that can play alongside. Because Potts could have played alongside Rice if he still had Rice. He can play the 6 and the 8. But the reason why it was so good is because they're all footballers that played in midfield. They can all retain the ball very well. And Freddie Potts can drive with the ball going forward. He can box crash. He can pass very well. He's good mobile. Can be a bit rash at times, which is something that will hopefully get out of his game in the future. But so far, so good, man. And that was a really good performance. Like, he showed his defensive ability as well with the crunching tackles, stopping Gordon, stopping Joel Linton, etc., stopping Gimaresh from getting the ball and stopping Tonali. Like, we need to give players like him more of a chance, especially when they're good enough. Seems Nuno enjoyed winning against Newcastle. It's one of the biggest games in the league, no matter if it's home or away. And yeah, he won his first game at Forest against Newcastle nearly 2 years ago. I remember it was like Boxing Day. I thought, let me stick Forest Newcastle one. It was the only game on at the time. And Newcastle were basically winning every home game at this point. And he went, like, I think Chris Wood scored a hat-trick against his former club or something. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? But yeah, for some reason, like, he seems to like playing against Newcastle, seems to like getting one over Liverpool, etc. I don't know. But he used to like love beating Man City years ago when he had that Prime Wolves team. I maintain my opinion on Nuno. I maintain my opinion on West Ham. In general, one game doesn't change it for me. However, if he carries on playing this lineup, then we have a chance. But is he going to do that? I don't trust him too personally, because it took him too long to get to this winning formula in the first place when it was staring right at you in the face. Because everyone knew that lineup should have been that lineup on Sunday. And I was surprised to go on my phone and see a good lineup, because it's been a while. It's been first since the last international break. I'm about to go into another one. Fuck my life. I don't think City are Haaland FC when your striker is the best striker in form in the world. Why would you try and go for any other player? I think that's fair. I just think what I will say is, from midfield, do they have enough goals in them? The reason why I say that is because do any of the other players get in other like positions to score enough? I'm not too sure. It's something I would like to see. But I agree with you, Charlie, because if Haaland is the best striker in the world, especially in form, him or Kane anyway, so why wouldn't you play through him? That's been my whole criticism of Man City, is why not just play through Haaland? Moyes, the manager, legend in the league, but football is many years behind nowadays. Teams sniff out long balls, counter-attacks, and teams sitting back, which is what I've been saying for about 4 years. That's why I was talking about Moyes the way I was, Villa fan. That's exactly why. So how many years do you ship off Freddie Potts to Chelsea or Arsenal like you do all the kids your potential? The difference is that Freddie Potts is like a guy who actually wants to stay at West Ham because he's a West Ham fan, he's East London, all that. He's not like Declan Rice, where it's like he was never a West Ham fan despite being a West Ham boy. He was always going to go into pastures new. I think he's going to be like Mark Noble, just like he can be a way better version Unless he really overexceeds West Ham at the time, which I don't think is going to happen. I think he'll go under the radar. I know there's a lot of noise this weekend, but I think West Ham, so he'll go under the radar. He won't be hyped up like Declan Rice because Thomas Tuchel's never going to pick him. He's never going to be picked in the England squad. So, because if Adam Wharton ain't, Potts ain't. My last full day in Addis Ababa was seeing Sabozo 9-11 a free kick into the top corner. Yeah, that first meetup was needed. I got cooked by Yasser the day after I landed. Yeah, you was abroad. Rice is the best
stiffest midfield I've ever seen. You turn up like I know we're 6 points clear right now, but that doesn't excuse the fact you turned up at Anfield with a midfield of Zubimendi, Rice, and Marino. You didn't even start Eze. You brought him off the bench with like 12 minutes to go. Barely got a touch on the ball. Forced him out to the left. The service to Gyökeres wasn't there. Somehow Madueke was our best player that game. But now we're 6 points clear. Funny how things can change in a few months, but that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's mad. It is mad. Rice is the Prem's best midfielder by light years this year, top 3 in the world right now. Right? I mean, I don't really get the criticism of Rice. But, yeah, like, Rice does what Rice does, man. Like, I think Arsenal finally figured out how to use him in open play, from what I've seen. But what about you? What's your opinion?
See, the thing is, like, even like when we first signed Declan Rice, that was a lot of the criticism that we were getting, like especially from West Ham fans. Like yourself, you were saying you bought Declan Rice, you're not using him the way you should be. But even though we weren't using him the way we should be, and the way that he's known for playing, still got the job done. No nonsense, no kicking up a strop. Still managed to get the job done, played the game, and was worth every single penny of that £105 million. Worth every single penny, and rightly so. Is one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, if not Europe, at the moment.
Yeah, I think Declan Rice was always bound to do something like this. He's never been one to hide in the big games. He's never been one to just like not rise for the big occasion.
He's saved us on a few occasions as well. I think you look back to last season, especially the United game. Funnily enough, after the Sidemen charity match, we drew at Old Trafford against United. Rice got us the equaliser. We could have walked away from Old Trafford with a loss. The 2 goals against Real Madrid, I know a lot of people like to talk about the 2 free kicks, and he's probably never going to score a free kick like that again. Not that it matters, because those were 2 like pick that out free kicks. Rice doing what Rice does best. He loves to take games by the scruff of the neck. He loves to have control of the ball. Very good at ball winning. Progressive with the ball as well. Can pick out a pass. Very composed. Just the perfect midfielder. Like if I'm being honest, I see a lot of Gerrard in him.
Really, yeah.
Like in the mannerisms and the non-defeatist attitude.
Yeah, I hear that. Mannerisms why I see that. In terms of like captain wise, I see it.
Yeah.
The character, I see it. In terms of player, I think they're different. But in terms of I agree with what you're saying there. I hear what you're saying. Like just in terms of the way he carries himself, it's very Gerrardish. Very Gerrardish. I don't know much about West Ham, but I can confidently say I can find a better style lineup than most of your managers you've had. And this is the thing. The lineup was really good. Really, really good the other day. But it was so obvious. I'm not really down to give you credit for it. I'm new now out, but you can't write them up after 4 games. I can. Because the reason why I can is because that lineup of Irving and Suchek, bro, and having Ollie Scholes right wing back, Wan-Bissaka left centre back, and all this nonsense, and the fullbacks on the wrong side, was stupid when you're in a relegation battle. So I'm going to write him off, especially when no striker up front. The lineups was terrible, bro. I'm not a fan. I know you're new to just because Forest. I know what you like, but I'm not.
You started Wilson, to be fair.
But we don't have anyone else.
Oh, it's Fulkrug out again.
Yeah. He's back this weekend, but it's like I think Wilson's probably should start over him.
Ideally, going into the game this weekend, because you've got Burnley on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Ideally, do you go with an unchanged lineup, or do you make changes to the team going into the game against Burnley?
Nah, keep it the same. We won with this team. You might as well keep it. I say don't change it unless there's an injury, or only take people off. Obviously, yeah, for fresh legs and stuff like. Just keep it the same rest of the season. Apart from when cool Christmas schedule, we're gonna have to rotate a bit, but for the most part, when we play week in week, 1 week, 1 game a week, we've got a week's rest. Just keep it the same. Keep it the same. You see the Old Firm? I didn't even know the Old Firm was this weekend.
Yeah, it was Scottish League Cup, wasn't it?
Oh, League Cup. Them man face each other 5 times a year, bro. I swear. 4 times in the league and at least once in the cup. I didn't see it though. Martin O'Neill was back as manager, but he's an interim.
Yeah, because Brendan Rodgers left, didn't he? He walked.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and they were really disappointed the fact that he walked. That there was a statement like, I think the directors of board was like the communication wasn't the same, or some shit like that. So I don't know what's going on at Celtic, but Hearts are clear at the top right now. It's been a while since we've seen a different team win the Scottish League, and Hearts they've been up there in a while.
No,
so that's interesting, you know. They used to be a good team though.
It's always I've like for me like don't really watch Scottish football that much, but it's always been a case of it being, you know, Celtic and Rangers. Obviously, Celtic went on that massive run of winning 9-10 leagues in a row. Rangers obviously have gone into administration, come back up, won the league in 2021. But for the most part, it's always been them two, like spearheading the Scottish League. You might have, I don't know, Dundee United in there at some point, Aberdeen maybe. But it's good to see that Hearts are taking the league by storm. And you never know, they could go on to win it.
Low-key, I hope they do, just for something different. Just for something different. Why not, man? Good luck. Clarion Blue Army. Potts' old man made about 400 appearances for West Ham. Yeah, Steve Potts is a legend here. His dad, Steve Potts, is a legend.
And then it's Dan Potts as well.
Yeah, Dan Potts. I watched his debut. Dan Potts. When Allardyce gave him a chance at Upton Park. I was there. He played a few games. Then ended up being in the Luton team that got promoted, but never played because of his mad injury. I don't know where he is now. I think he's still playing in the lower leagues, but they all very, very much look alike. Dan Potts wasn't a bad player, to be fair, though. He wasn't a bad player. But, yeah, Steve Potts is a legend around here as well. He only retired in 2001. So
I'll tell you what, that'll be a story to tell your grandkids, wouldn't it, Mikes? Let me tell you about Upton Park. I know you know about London Stadium, but let me tell you about Upton Park, the bowling ground. Atmosphere, rattling every single game. Like, no matter who it was.
Yeah, they're going to be called fucking Grandad Mikes or Grandad Mikey or whatever. It's going to be fucking weird. You're going to have to educate you, man. Basically, you see that spastic there? Yeah, GVO Grabs. Oh, my God. I'm going to be like, on TV, you see, grandkids, you see that spastic there? That's Ben Johnson. I've been hating on him for 8 years, bro. I'm joking, man.
You see that spastic there? That's Vladimir Sufal. He blocked me on Twitter.
Let me show you the Conference League final, and then that's what they get, bro.
Let me tell you about Prague.
Let's tell you about Prague. Was you there, Granddad? No, I have no money. Cherky and Marmoush, dude, they just got back from injury. The way they played that docu, Foden, Cherky and Silver played the other day. If they continue like that, they're going to cook so many teams. Yeah, to be fair, if they put Marmoush in their system the way they did there, that will add to it. And I think, to be fair, I'll give you a credit where it's due, Charlie. You was right about Doku, because I didn't see him improving like this. So fair play. I did not see Doku improving like this. He's adding more to his game in general. He's getting comfortable in more other parts of the pitch, getting more freedom and stuff like that as well. So I think Pep is like City aren't perfect, but I think they just got the motivation to not let it happen like last year, where they're not going to let this title rest. I don't know where the title's going to go at this point, but right now you can't look past Arsenal due to the fact they haven't conceded that many they haven't conceded any for the past few. And just in general with Man City, they've got a never say die attitude. I just think there's too many players settling in at once, but they need to keep as many players fit as possible.
I think with City, they'll keep on going until the league is completely out of their hands. Until there's nothing they can do, they'll keep going until then, and even then, they probably won't stop.
Yeah, no facts. They're not going to. When have this City team ever let 2 years like this happen? They didn't win a single trophy last season. They want to win something.
Yeah.
So, Haaland is the best striker in the world. Gokares ain't got nothing on him or Kano and Baps. Oh yeah, Gokares ain't touching Haaland.
No.
No.
Even I'll say that. Haaland's
like,
a beast.
Yeah, big beast. Haaland and Kane are clear of everyone else. Mbappe is a striker. He's still better than most nines, yeah. But those are the top three. Those are the big three. Those are the big three. I prefer Mbappe on the left, but it still as a striker. He's way better than everyone else because he's got blistering pace and a great finish. He is Mbappe for a reason. Well, you say that, but the Gray family have been Leeds royalty for years, and as soon as Gray got options to move to a much bigger club, he took the opportunity hands down. And I think someone like a Potts will learn from Archie Gray. And if he is going to leave, which I don't know whether Freddie Potts will retire at West Ham, but it's just I don't think he's gonna make the jump so quick unless someone really needs a midfielder. But you never know in football because I'm saying nobody needs a midfielder now until somebody starts bidding for Freddie Potts. But I see him because he's probably going to use sentiment as part of the fact of trying to stay, which isn't a good thing for him, but it's a good thing for us. The same with Jared Bowen. And also, Freddie Potts' dad, Steve Potts, that is a legend here, is in the coaching staff right now. So it's funny seeing your son making your debut, having a masterclass, and you're just sitting on the bench next to the current manager, bro. Which this might be partly the reason why he started. You never know, maybe nepotism, but
Do you reckon
it's
he's
a good
just like?
nepotism.
Do you reckon he's just sat there in Nuno's ear going, "Listen, let me tell you about my son. Yeah, he's quality. Give him a few minutes, let him prove himself."
Hey, that's Sunday League, man. I've done that. I remember, yeah. All right, let me tell you guys a story. So when I played for Good Maze in Sunday League, yeah, and yeah, Grandpa Mike's has already taken place already. But
Your grabs.
yeah, when I played for Good Maze, like 2014, 2013, whatever, I played Sunday League, whatever. We did an end of year award ceremony, so it was like for all the. There was two Good Maze Sunday League teams, because there was just that much of a group in the area. So there was two Good Maze teams that played in a different league, whatever. There was also the B team as well. There was like two A sides, one B team, and then there was the different age groups. Whatever we were at the time, we was like 10, 11 at the time. Whatever we all were getting we all did an award ceremony at this venue. So my coach at the time, his son was playing for the team. He was actually, because it was like neither side, I think. We were playing like a back three, but the wide centre backs were still fullbacks. So I was the left back / right back, but I was playing as a centre back in a three, even though I was allowed to go forward because it would be like a 3-2-3 as the formation. So, but we play like a false nine sometimes. But he would be on the right sometimes. I'll be on the left, or he'd be in the middle. I'll be on the right, whatever. The coach's son, I'm talking about. I don't think I should have got player of the season. I was a good defender, but I've never claimed to be like mad. And there's a couple of people that should have got player of the season at the time, but the coach, when it was time to give player of the season, he gave it to his son. So it happens in Sunday League. It happens. There's bare people's sons that there are bare people's dads that were just there chilling. My dad was there as like sometimes the linesman he had to fill in whatever, and he actually had to coach a game once. With someone else's dad, they had to take part once. Our coach was like ill or whatever, but yeah, he gave the fucking award to his son because nepotism. Rice is the only player I'll go to war for. My captain. I like Declan Rice. I'm just not. Obviously, I'm not like rooting for him, but I will always respect Declan Rice. Why wouldn't I? Rice isn't better than Pedri or Vitinha. Oh yeah, no, he's not. I agree with that. Rice up there, but there's a few better players like Neves, Vitinha, Valverde, and a couple more players like Petri. I think he's better than Valverde, and I think he's better than Neves, just because Neves doesn't have the physical aspect. I think Neves is a great passer. I think Rice just has better overall attributes, and I understand. I like Valverde as well. I think Rice is better than Valverde. I don't think he's better than Vitinha and Petri. Yeah, that's why I said top 3 in the world. Fair enough. Just because you play the Prem, it don't mean you're the best in the world. Because the best team in Europe is PSG, and they are not in the Prem. Arsenal have improved nothing. But also, it doesn't mean every player for PSG is the best player in their position, in my opinion. But I hear what you're saying. With that logic, I hear what you're saying. Neves and Valverde is about Valverde is a FIFA merchant. I like Valverde, but I agree they're not better than Rice. Last time I checked, PSG got bought by Chelsea. Yeah, fair. Last I looked, PSG were champions of Europe, and Chelsea are champions of the world. Yeah, that's fair. Either way, I hear it. That's why, like, if I was doing like a best world 11, I don't know who I put in midfield, to be honest, because midfield is still quite difficult. But there's a lot of good midfielders out there. There's a lot of good
Depends
midfielders
on what midfield you go for. Whether you go for the 3, the 4, the 5.
Yeah, like it just depends. But Rice should definitely be in the conversation. What's good? Come on, you ones. Big up Merrick, bro. I about to win yesterday. Merrick, yeah, like for once we can be happy about something, Merrick. Good point. Not amazing point, but good. Fair enough. Hearts are just Tony Bloom's pet project. Oh, does Tony Bloom part own them as well? Fair enough. I didn't know that. Russell Martin is crap and Rogers left because things got toxic between him and the board. My ex is a Celtic fan, so go on, Hearts. Fuck you, Rangers, you crackhead imprints. Russell Martin is fucking terrible. I don't know how he keeps getting these jobs, but one of the most naive, but probably the most naive manager in football. I'll be real. He's genuinely terrible.
Nah,
he should never got that Rangers job.
John Carver.
No, I'm fucking up. We're going back then. Like, you're cool, he's up there, but like Russell Martin was trying to play like Barcelona football with Swansea and Southampton.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to play out from the back with fucking Gavin Bazunu and them, man. Like,
and Taylor Harwood-Bellis.
Yeah. Who are like all academy players from Man City. That's all they tried to do. Tried to play out for the back and then you finished 20th. They got found out in the first game of the season.
See, that was the crazy thing about Southampton is they tried sticking with the same back 4 that got them relegated. Like, I'm still seeing Jan Bednarek at centre back.
Yeah, I don't. Bro, they got relegated and then got promoted with the same players. They didn't change the defense. It didn't make any sense.
Despite the fact they won the playoff final against Leeds, and we all know when you win the playoffs, you get 150 million. Yep. Surely you would have any smart football club would have invested and brought players in.
Why? I don't know why they don't invest into defenders. What's Sunderland invested into their whole spine? That's how you like prepare to survive.
I think maybe Southampton probably won't do it because they know that Liverpool might come sniffing around if they get too good.
But they should have PTSD from like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Like, we can't have a Van Dijk type player, otherwise Liverpool will send us 75 million again.
If Liverpool are still looking at Southampton on the shortlist, they need a restraining order. I'll be so real. Because it's been 10 years. Lallana's not there anymore. You know what I mean? Like, these men ain't there anymore. Do what Blue Coat... Yeah, them man. Do what Blue Coat did Strasbourg. Let's see Hearts fans protested in a few years. Yeah. Maybe. You never know. Alfie laugh like it's the evil witch of Snow White or something. Like, that's what he's saying your laugh is.
Oh.
I have no money, but take this generational trauma and becoming West Ham fans. That's all you're getting from me and my will. All right, low-key, that sounds like something an old Mike's would say. Low-key. I hear it.
You said it last year, didn't you? You said, like, my kids, I'll give them anything they want. You can have whatever you want, but you've got to support West Ham.
That's facts. Well, you think I'm letting my kids get away with it? You have to understand, like, growing up watching football as a West Ham fan made a life lesson learned quicker of why life is hard. Bro, you know how painful it is to like not be up there competing where all your friends support like bigger teams, etc. for like trying to compete with trophies, and meanwhile I'm like, yeah, kind of trying to survive the Premier League season. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to get knocked out of the FA Cup by some shit team. Not going to win the Carabao Cup, and that's what I've basically had to suffer with. So at least I see the European trophy. At least I can tell everyone that. Let me tell you about Alan Kirbishley, life before David squared. Worst things happened to East London since the Blitz. And to be fair, Alan Kirbishley is
fucking hell.
Alan Kirbishley wasn't the worst West Ham manager ever. To be fair, but
that goes to Avram Grant.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially in Premier. And do you know what it is? The problem is West Ham and Charlton made the lazy switches of just picking the local guy after the other guy got sacked around that year, where just Charlton picked Pardew, West Ham picked Kirbishley. It's like, well done, you both swapped. You might as well just agree to deal. Bro, you might as well do the trade offer as it is. Like, it's very lazy.
I swear Pardew ended up getting sacked once he moved to Charlton.
Yeah, they both ended up getting sacked. Actually, I think Kirbishley left because we were becoming broke under Icelandic owners. So he left anyway because I think he didn't want Anton Ferdinand sold, and he said he wanted to build the team around Anton Ferdinand and Mark Noble. But Anton Ferdinand got sold to Sunderland, I think, and then he was like, and that was against his will because they needed the money. He was like, "Fuck this, I'm leaving." Even though Kirbishley is a West Ham fan, I'm pretty sure. He was just like, "Nah, I can't be asked," and that's when we got Zola in after that. So it's mad. I'm a troll, but I call some things from left field. Kudus is wank. Doku clears. To be fair, you've always said Doku is better than Kudus. Joy is as well. The thing is, what makes the difference between them two is that Doku doesn't run in the same direction. When I watch Mohamed Kudus at West Ham, and he still does the same thing at Tottenham, he just runs in the same direction with the ball. That's why I say he's better in the counter-attacking team because, like, if you play him closer to goal and like just a bit narrower, you can give him more stuff to do. But Doku runs in different directions from the wing, so he's less predictable. So, to be fair, due to that, you are right. City are going to win the league. Arsenal will have their set pieces found out eventually, and when they do, they'll have huge creativity issues. It will become a problem eventually. Just like if you're scoring this many, it's just like, are people stupid or are Arsenal just this good at set pieces? Like, we'll see, I guess. Potts was the official man of the match yesterday too. If Nuno drops him, we right. You should be shot, bro, if he does. Like, simple as that. Like, just I can't say that. I don't think he'll make the jump as quick as Rice did, truly, but a bit older, like 25 years older. So to be fair, that's similar to when Rice moved at 24. And Rice was at West Ham for a while. He was a first-team player, broke through at 17-18 season. Properly first-team player at 18-19. So had about 4 or 5 seasons as a first-team player at West Ham United before moving. And that season when he moved was the season I exactly predicted we moved because we wanted to get the most out of Declan Rice being at our club, but knowing that we're going to get the most money because, first of all, David Sullivan at least knew that Arsenal was stupid to not wait another year to like just get him on a free and pay that extra, paid 100 million on 1 year left. And unless how much it has been worth it, and how much we spent it bad, it's like it's still fucking retarded why Arsenal did that. Can definitely tell you're a defender after that soccer social or whatever it's called. Hey, I never claimed to be good though, so allow me, bro. Allow me. Like, I never claimed to be good. I didn't come last at least, but like at the same time, I did bad. I did do bad, but yeah, I haven't played football in a while, but I don't think it would have made a difference. I'll be so honest. About I'd love to see in the Prem is Rice versus Musa Dembele. Them man would be kicking the shit out of each other, bruv. But that would have been a brilliant battle because Dembele was class. He was class in the Prem. Is the protest still happening on Saturday, or West Ham fans being West Ham fans again? No, the protest is happening. The march is still happening. We're still protesting because we were still protesting yesterday. So we're gonna keep that up. There's meant to be a march. I like to think that's still happening. I think it's happening 12:30. I think it's meant to be starting from Stratford Station. So I'm gonna double check. Such a shame Musa wasn't in his current era. He probably would have benefited more in his current era as well. He would have had more light on him. Probably would have got more credit he deserved, and we wouldn't be calling him underrated. Also, congrats on James Madison and his partners, twins, being born on the 30th. Oh, wait, has he had more children? No, I thought he had bare kids already. I swear he had like 3. Like, if he's got more, fair play to him. But he's made his mark on his woman. His woman can't leave him now. There you go. Since you played Sunday League before, Max, who would do the best at Sunday League from Tok out of everyone? I'd say either Melon or Alfie, probably. Yeah, I think they're the best, like, on the pitch players.
Yeah, I think me in midfield definitely.
Yeah, you and are you not a striker?
No, not.
I thought you would have been
anyway.
a striker.
I can play. I can play up front.
Fair enough.
I prefer to be in midfield. That's where the action is.
Fair enough. I want to send you a melon. Just you seem like the most on the pitch side of players. My youngest is a fucking Spurs fan. Shameful. Fuck Dick. You didn't get to control that to support Wolves.
Dick, what's going on, man?
What if your kids support Tottenham? Then I'll do what Michael Jackson should have done and throw them off the cliff. Though, what do you mean? Like, throw them off the balcony, bro? That's the only logical thing to do.
Yeah, it is the only logical thing to do. My kid supports Tottenham. Social services are being called straight away. I'm like, pack your bags, you're going.
Yeah, you don't think I'm going to Rory Delap my children? Like, the hell? Like, that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, Max, I wouldn't even force my kids to support Spurs. They can support Villa, as I'm from Birmingham. # you're evil. I'm evil, but life's
not fair.
Like tough times never last. Only tough people last. You know, like just you got to support West Ham. Like I am not going to war with my kids about a football match. I am treating it like it's a religion. So you kind of have to be like supporting West Ham. My girls are City fans. Oh yeah, Charlie's like, fuck this. I'm not putting through.
Like in like the worst world where one of my kids does become a Spurs fan, if the North London derby comes around and Arsenal pepper Tottenham, I could just turn around to my kid and be like, "What? You thought I was going to feel bad for you?"
Yeah, exactly. Doing Elijah, bruv.
Yeah,
doing Elijah. Docu-Bet and Goodness, are we watching the same sport? I've explained why I've gone to that region. The reason why, like, as a footballer, like, naturally, first touch, keeping the ball, whatever, Kudus is better. But I think Doku has more to his game overall, whereas Kudus is better 1v1. So, and Doku's good 1v1 as well. So, the thing is, Kudus will be better at Spurs when we get an actual left wing that's top quality, and he's already great for us. Yeah, I hear that because you guys rely on him too much. I've been saying, like, I don't know what people expected about Mohamed Kudus and that he was meant to be doing everything at Tottenham. Like, for example, like, people are like, oh, Kudus had a bad game against Chelsea. Well, yeah, no shit he did because they played a fucking midfielder on the other side. So what else? What is he meant to do if the fucking manager started a midfielder on one side and just playing one winger? That's exactly what Moyes did to our right-hand side. Like, it's just common sense. Like, for me, I know what Kudus is. Like, he's never going to be a goal scorer. So unless he has something to create, someone to create you that's a goal scoring midfielder or proper striker or proper left winger or whatever, you're not going to be able to utilize his abilities properly. Unless you play on a counter as well, because he's better at running in different directions with the ball and without the ball, but he's got space, as I've been saying when he signed for you guys. Like, that's my opinion. I'm the only Arsenal fan in my family. My younger brother's a Chelsea fan. I felt comfortable laughing at me my whole life. I learned earlier about my spastic owners the hard way. Yeah, fair. I mean, going to war with your brother about football that's an experience I'm glad I never got to. Yeah, I never got to experience that. I'm born in a West Ham family. My auntie supports Arsenal, but she don't care about football anymore. She hasn't cared about football in like a decade. So she used to be passionate about it, but she ain't as passionate about it as all the West Ham fans in my family. and everyone on my dad's side as well is West Ham.
Your aunt must have stopped caring about Arsenal the minute we left Highbury.
Probably. It must have been around the time that probably would have been around the time she had a kid as well. So yeah, I think it only made sense. Did you hear about the Romanian peer who subbed himself on in a cup game at age 61? He's the oldest player.
I heard about this. Yeah, I heard about this.
What? Let me have a look at this. I'm gonna look this up. What the fuck? Why at 61? Do you want to die? Like
He's trying to do. He's on his Kazuyoshi Mayura vibe.
Aurelian Gisa. I thought it was a troll name at first. I thought you were about to do a start of a dad joke. No, that's real, bro. He looks like Matt Letitia from the side profile. This guy, like, he's a real human. Owner of a third-tier club, came on in the dying moments of the Romanian Cup clash win with the Conference League club. He became the oldest player to ever compete for a team in the top 3 divisions of Romanian football. What's wrong with why? Why, bruv? Like, fair play to him, but why? Bro got a 5-a-side team now. Yeah, Boris, like I saw Madison as bare kid. I saw a picture of him and his kids when he was like getting surgery and stuff. I didn't know he had more. This guy's got his missus pregnant every year, bruv. Madison has got about 19 kids now. Yeah, you might as well just own a football club and just sign all your kids to contracts, and then you've got a team. Big up Max and Alfie. Big up Godfrey.
Big up Godfrey, man.
Alfie is a midfield part-time striker. Mikel Marino part 2.
I'm more clinical.
Fair enough. I did with the eldest dude, but the youngest kind of just had a fetish for Harry Kane as a kid.
Wait, Marino's left-footed as well.
Yeah?
It could be Marino part 2.
You're just a fish and chips Marino, mate.
Pie and mash Marino, more like.
Pie and mash Marino, yeah. Fair enough. If the kid like Harry Kane, the kid likes Harry Kane. Fair enough, man. I liked a lot of rival players when I was a kid, but I was already a West Ham fan by then. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna Rory Delap the children, bro. I don't know why people think they can support anyone else. You think if I'm gonna push my team to support anyone else, I will probably allow you to be like a glory hunter or some shit. So like you can have it easy, but like if you're not gonna support West Ham, it better not be. Well, you're supporting West Ham anyway, but let's say hypothetically, there's a 1% chance they could get away with not supporting West Ham. It's not going to be from London. It's not going to be a London team. I'll tell you that for sure. You think I'm having a derby in my house? You can support a team that has nothing to do with West Ham, like a Man City. You can do that because that ain't got anything to do with West Ham.
Imagine your kid turns up to you and is like, "Dad, I want to support Millwall."
I don't think anyone wants to support Millwall. They usually just get groomed or molested into doing that. But like, I hear you. I think I'll genuinely get my kid tested. Yeah, if anything, I'll push my kids to support Bayern, Real Madrid, etc. Yeah, I hear that. Alfie's a dead boy.
How do you know?
Tokovic.
Looks can be deceiving.
Nah, you watch football in the eye test, brother. Carlisle, a lanky mid-table striker, decent free kicks and pens. What are you like, Michael Chopra or some shit? Like Michael Chopra back in the day. Like I'm trying to think, Kenwyne Jones or some shit.
But Max is like Kante.
Yeah, I am
constantly smiling, like never really gets vexed on the pitch.
No, I get vexed on the pitch. I'm like, yeah, I'm Kante, but I'm Kenyan Kante, so I've got a bit of a temper anyway. I can't look. Yeah, Alfie, you and Mellon are probably better than me or something. That probably, I'd say they probably are based on what I've seen.
Mellon's probably like Joey Barton.
Mellon reminds me of like Tarapt, bro. He's just like, you got skill, but you're just an alcoholic. Or like, it's just like drinking and drugs all the time. So,
Mellon on the shisha, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's on everything else, bro. We are Kudus FC, and our fans wonder why we don't score goals. Kudus is a baller, but he don't score. Yeah, but like, yeah, you got to have goals to your game at the end of the day if you're a front three player, or you got to have someone that's gonna be there for him to create to constantly. So it is what it is. I don't think he is the player that everyone else thinks he is, as I maintained before, but he has played well this season, but he's going to be found out a lot. But also at the same time as well, you guys that hype him up when he does have a bad game, as much as I've given you the context, you have to criticize him as well. You can't just have to think of when he plays well, it's Kudus, and when he doesn't play well, it's Tottenham. You know what I mean? Even though I've given you the context, that doesn't mean he can't be criticized for his Chelsea performance. But Thomas Frank left him out to dry. Simple as that. Big up Alfie, get the Stellars out. Big up PFC.
Wait, what Tottenham fans have we got in the chat? We got
Kudos and Boris and Jay Simpson.
was there any update on Van der Ven and Jed Spence blanking Thomas Frank?
Apparently, they apologized in his office.
Fair enough.
And Jed Spence is injured anyway. Apparently, him and Kudus have got knocks.
Oh, no Spence for the international break. Damn.
Well, he might be there. He might be there. He might be fit for that. You want to die? What the fuck, Max? Yeah. Fuck it, man. Yeah, if you're 61, you want to play like a little bit of football, you might collapse, fam. Like it is what it is. Wait, the top 3 division of Romanian football now wants to know what age the eldest age is in the 4th division now. Maybe it's like 83 or some shit, bro. Everything Kudus does well, Doku does better, being a man end product work rate.
Imagine there's a 93-year-old man in the 4th division of Romanian football just getting subbed off the bench, trotting on with his fucking Zimmer frame, scores a bicycle kick out of nowhere.
That man is taking injections. That's what we call Liverpool PEDs under Klopp. Yeah. That's that asthma shit that Klopp was having. I hear it. Everything Kudus does well, Doku does better, being a man end product work rate. I hear it. I think he has better end product.
I think a lot of the differences between Doku and Kudus is they're both very, very good players, but I think Doku is slightly better in the sense that he gives more of a shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, he seems like, I feel like Kudus seems to play like he's not asked. Like, you definitely saw it in the latter stages of last season at West Ham. He was just playing as if he didn't really care. But I feel like Doku actually does care and wants to play well. He just has some bad games from time to time.
Do you know what I think it is? I think Kudus plays too chill. I think with Kudus at West Ham, I think he just generally just didn't want to be there the last 6 months. But I don't even think that's why he was playing bad, because he was still playing well against you, still playing well against Man United. I just think he did better in space. And he was just doing the basics very wrong by getting it in the West Ham team. But I think at Tottenham, the problem is he doesn't play like a player that's like, I'm going to take the game by the scruff of the neck, because I don't think he's capable of it, whereas Doku can do that.
He's not. Kudus isn't a Bale type player.
No, definitely not. But no one is.
Yeah.
No one is. They in a wheelchair in goal at night. He is a side. Yeah, it might be, bro. Might be. Jelly Deals Marino. That's an East thing.
Yeah, I know.
I've never had it.
Thing. You can keep that in the East, bruv. I fucking hate jelly deals, bruv.
I've never had that though.
I can barely put up with the jelly in a pork pie.
I don't really eat jelly. Did you ever have them jelly pots at school?
What, the Hartley's ones?
Yeah, yes, the Hartley's jelly. It was like red and blue and shit, right?
Yeah,
we're talking about the same ones. Them pots. Bro, I ain't seen them in years. They don't even sell them anymore.
I don't think they do.
I ain't seen them in a shop forever, man. Like, but I was like, I was more fascinated as a kid by the fact that jelly used to wobble everywhere rather than the actual taste of it.
Do you know what? That was another thing we probably could have brought up on the last episode of Nostalgia Merchants. If you ain't had a Hartley's jelly pot for dessert in primary school, don't chat to me.
Yeah, honestly. But sometimes we used to get it for free, like Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Christmas was like the excuse. Oh, you can have this snack on a free. It's Christmassy. There's nothing Christmassy about jelly.
What I wanted a pot of jelly.
Yeah, bro. There's nothing Christmassy about jelly. They'll just give you jelly. Like primary schools would do everything. It's just, oh, you're a kid. Have a sweet, bro. Have a chocolate. It's Christmas. Fuck it. Team spirit and all that. Left-sided people are very intelligent. I'm left-handed and third. I've got mad wrist. Fair enough, Jason. Fair
See,
enough,
that's
bro.
the thing. See, that's the thing. My strongest foot is my left, but my strongest hand is my right. But I write with this hand, but I
There's a
shoot with
word.
my left foot.
There's a word for that. I forgot what word that is. It's not ambidextrous
Lopsided.
because that's no. There's like a technical term.
Yeah,
But
ambidextrous
like,
means you can use both feet.
yeah, and both hands.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm
So
not Sandy Cazorla.
what's the word? Wait, what? What? Okay, for being right-handed. Oh fuck! What? Google.
Boris, this is the thing, yeah. I don't even have to look. I don't even have to be stoned to look Chinese. I've been told I look Chinese.
Cross dominance. That's not what. It's not ambidextrous. Okay. Cross dominance, mixed dominance. Is that really not? Ambidextrity is birthright. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Okay, yeah, it's just mixed dominance. I thought there was another term for that. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Google's
Yeah,
dumb.
yeah, Boris. I look Chinese even when I'm not stoned, but I'm not Chinese. That's the one thing that doesn't make sense.
Apparently, we both look like we're from that part of Asia.
I mean, my girlfriend would agree.
Oh,
But
she thinks you're from there as well.
She says I look Chinese. Yes.
Fair enough.
So
She
does
probably
my
thought you were
sister.
Chinese.
So does my sister.
And she's related to you.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
But
She probably questions.
I call her Dobby from Harry Potter, so we're even.
Fucking hell.
Little house elf, bruv.
Taka, whatever, the fact you look Chinese when stoned. Read us, we know you're a Deadpooler, fuck's sake. Alfie been shagging the royal family, getting Prince Andrew titles now. What? Why do you put the most random trolling shit in all our chats, bro? What's Madison's XC expected children?
Expected children is crazy.
Expected children. I find the X whatever joke so funny. It's like I remember the FNG video where it's like in Burnley about expected racism and all of that, bro. Like,
I
bro,
think the only,
I
I
like
think
them
the only
extras.
person from Burnley that isn't racist is Vizza.
Hey, you never know. Maybe you say the N word behind the screen, bro. I don't know.
Or he said it in a
Yeah.
rap song. No, not don't shout out Anfield agenda. No.
Numpty. If I had to guess, around 20 XC minimum. 20 children, expected children.
That's 6 off of a World Cup squad, bruv.
That is, yes, that is. It was just the heat of the moment, and they went to the office on their own accord to apologize. Yeah, yeah. Frank said it in an interview earlier.
Or just that a disappointment of like losing the game. Yeah, that can happen.
No Spencer, Mo could start or could be on the bench, so Spence could be on international duty. Okay, fair enough.
I actually rate Jed Spence highly. I think he's a really, really good player.
Yeah,
I think even from when like his time at Forest as well, because we played against Forest a few times, beat us I think in both games, and Jed Spence played really well. So I've always seen Jed Spence as a really good prospect. Just a shame that he plays for Spurs.
I think I'm glad Jed Spencer get the recognition he deserves. He had a bad game against Chelsea, but I think he'll come good. I think I'd like to see him at right back though. It's like he barely gets to play there because of the fetish for Pedro Porro, but it is what it is. I would like to see when a doggy comes back. Well, the doggy's been injured, that's why he's been at left back. But if a doggy does come back, eventually I'd like to see a doggy left back and Spence right back.
Oh my god, that reminds me of, you remember when Jed Spence was leaving the Tottenham training ground and a kid asked him for a picture and he was like, "What's my name?" And the kid thought he was a doggy.
Yeah.
No, I can't give you a picture, my brother.
And the kid apologized the next time he saw it because it went viral. Fuck's sake. Alfie looks like a little Britain sketch.
Go on, PFC. Who am I from Little Britain? Go on. I'm waiting for it. If you say
PFC.
Andy, nah, I'm walking.
PFC. Which a Little Britain character I want to know this now.
If
Now
you
that you
say
said it.
Andy, I'm walking.
Yeah, I need to know now. I need to
I
know
want that one. No.
on that one. Dobby from Harry Potter. Yeah, that was funny stuff.
That's my sister, bruv.
Mike's is more the olive skin tone. You have what makes random people that think you're from that part of the world, even though olive skin tone is like Mediterranean. It's the fucking lighting as well. Like I just look like a normal light brown person when you meet me. It's just the lighting makes me look yellow. A B E F G. Father age sister. You're part of that. What the fuck? To be honest, I love seeing Jed spent scaring the shit out of Cucurella, that special fucker. Do you know what it is? I don't know whether you saw the tweet, yeah, of when Jed Spencer was scaring Cucurella, goes like, what? And then Cucurella flinched, yeah. All the quote tweets, yeah, are either Chelsea fans be like, wow, 1-1, or, what's it called? It's girls thinking that Jed Spencer's hot. It's random as fuck.
I need to search this because I don't actually think I saw Jed Spence scaring Cucurella.
Yeah, you'll see it. Free the ball. What the fuck, John? This is gonna be trigger ruffle. I just think that I haven't crashed out about Arsenal because I don't stream. I get cancelled. I think you'd be fine, mate. Taj Mansour.
That's not even Little Britain. That's Come Fly With Me, bruv. That's a different show. I know it's made by the same people, but come on, man.
The pussy wagon has arrived.
Oh, man. Avatar. Have you seen Avatar? You haven't seen Avatar?
Hey, fuck's sake.
You get me? Do you get me? It is of paramount importance that you get me. You get me? You have me got? Good.
PFC, put the fucking character, bro. You're putting other comments in. Mike, I never looked at you thought Asian, maybe Mongolian or Altai Turk, but not Southeast Asian. That's the first time I've had Mongolian and Turk.
Mongolian?
Like,
Man said you're related to Genghis Khan, bruv.
I mean, fair enough, bro. So basically, you've gone 0 for 3 or 0 for 2. I'm not from any of those countries. We're standing now. What do you mean we're standing now? What does that mean, Prem? Alfie is the only gay and Finnish guy.
Wait, nah.
Oh, that's the character.
Oh, no.
Which one is that again? Which one is that?
David Thomas.
Alright, let me look. Wait.
Bro, I swear. I swear.
In this, what's it? Not Come Fly With Me, Little Britain, yeah?
Yeah.
David Thomas. Oh, but.
Hey, Mike, you're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. You're an actual dickhead. No, fuck off, bruv. No, fuck off. No, fuck off. TFC, I thought we were boys. TFC, I thought we were boys. No, man.
That's what people say that he looks like.
No. Oi, I can't lie. The chat from Kudos. To be fair, Alfie, a lot of people are related to Genghis Khan. That guy's XC was off the charts.
That is also true. To be fair, I love.
What the hell? You're saying I look like David Thomas. Now I got my girl in the chat laughing at me. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, fam?
She clearly agrees, bro.
Break.
She clearly agrees. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Girls stand Jed Spence. They do. It's just girls finding him attractive just based off that. Alfie looks like a pop touchline fat. Hey, they look nothing alike. Come Fly With Me is fucking hilarious. It was, yeah, it was. Damn,
Could never survive nowadays, though. Same with Little Britain.
Boris thought he could catch you out with the reference to Come Fly With Me.
No, Boris, I've watched way too much television, man. I know the difference.
Alfie has an eidetic memory when it comes to TV shows and films and shit. Like,
And football.
yeah. He remembers 1992, bro.
Yeah.
Remember his
Avatar
favorite movie?
Ultimate Edition, Avatar Deluxe Edition, Winnie Pooh and the Blustery Dare, X-Men Origins Wolverine, and my favouriteest film of Avatar out of all time is Avatar 2. I know it isn't out yet, but I already know it's going to be a great movie, isn't it?
I beg someone clip that. I beg someone clip that. Just zoom into
Your
Alfie
girl
there,
is
just clip
laughing at you, raw. Even she can't defend him. For fuck's
Defend him.
sake.
it. Defend him.
Defend him.
Find Alfie. You look like Andy Pipkin.
Yeah, that's Wheelchair Donny from Little Britain.
Let's see if the chat see it. Do you guys see it? Do you guys see it? Does Alfie look like Andy Pipkin?
I know.
No, man. Yeah, am I slandering now? Okay. To be fair, Alfie, yeah, sorry, I wrote that. I'm calling Alfie a patty boy. She's staying Andy Pipkin. I remember when Brazil played at MK Don Stadium. I don't actually remember that.
Bro, Brazil are playing at the Emirates next international break.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Is that the Senegal game?
Yeah.
So Paquetá is playing Diouf at the Emirates. What the fuck? Like, okay, yeah, I don't understand it. I can't help but laugh. Yeah, you're getting laughed at by your own girl. Unlucky. But speaking of unlucky, it's a good part. It's a good time to end it.
Yeah.
Listen, people, make sure to subscribe to Alfie if you haven't already. His link is in the title, people. And yeah, it's been a great show. We're gonna redirect over to Chic TV. Go and say Mike's raid in their chat. They're doing Mud Brothers right now. And yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow at 10 with Elijah. Take care and peace, people.